Wednesday evening, some of us rebuked you for starting the meeting in a way that to some didn't appear to have a pastoral humility. And you apologized and you pledged to try better today on Sunday and this weekend. Pastor Cody Francis came yesterday to the church to announce the transition of our pastor away from this church. And that may have been smooth and voted on language, but it was not honest language. It misrepresented the reality of what was happening.
And I think this points to a problem in administrative culture and practices that needs to be revisited in order for unity to exist.
Amen. Amen.
What was dishonest, Andrew?
I think most people would agree that the term transitioning is not an accurate reflection of what was actually done to Pastor Kelly or our church. And it was fundamentally a word that, even though it may have been voted on language at the conference level and may have been sort of smooth language for a Sabbath occasion, ultimately was fundamentally disrespectful towards our congregation and our pastor. That's my belief, and I think most people would agree that that's an accurate assessment.
Amen.
I would say, if that offended you, we apologize. But the truth is, Pastor Kelly is still an employee of the Michigan Conference. He was not terminated. The truth is, he was put on administrative leave with a sole responsibility of finding another place, someplace. That term for that date was not was left up.
Let him speak. Amen.
Amen.
Administrative leave with his sole responsibility to find another location. And he was given till the end of February, and if he needed more time, it would be evaluated. Now that's a fact. It didn't say it.
Point of clarification,
No.
We didn't state whether it was in or out of the state. We said a transition.
We want him back in the pulpit this Sabbath.
It won't be this Sabbath. And we also understand that you do, and you've heard what we've said. We'll, as soon as we can, we'll sit down with him.
A point of clarification, we are
Please.
quite certain, we were led to believe that he had the opportunity to transition to another employment outside of the Michigan Conference.
Exactly.
And I'm pretty certain that that's what was communicated. I couldn't give you the exact words.
I'm not going to parse over words. I am going to say
Hey. Hold on.
Please,
Sorry.
please respect.
Yes, yes.
listen, we've all had a hard day.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes.
I'm trying to be very careful with my words, as well as you. We want to work together.
Yes.
It doesn't help to cause more roadblocks
That's true.
when we need to get the ones out of the way that we have.
Amen.
I'm not trying to be hard. I'm just saying that we didn't specify he had to be outside of the Michigan state. State of Michigan.
I believe we were under the impression from the conversations directly that his employment had to transition outside of the Michigan Conference. Is that accurate or not accurate?
That was accurate. Not the state, but the conference.
That is the state. Mercy.
Find any other employment someplace else.
Right. So he could stay in the state of Michigan, have an independent ministry, but the point was that his transition had to be out of the Michigan Conference employment structure, just to be clear.
Which is the state of But when they're saying independent ministries, offshoot.
Point of clarification, please. Does Pastor Kelly currently hold any leadership positions under Michigan Conference?
He is on administrative leave, which has no position, no responsibility except the one that we gave him.
To find work elsewhere.
Yeah.
So he is officially fired. Here's part of the problem then. Part of the problem is this. You don't say, please let me finish. Please let me finish. You don't say, I am firing you for theft. I mean, you say, I fired you for theft. The problem of the smooth language is this. You can't use a word as strong as fired because there's no theft. And so it is, he's transitioning because of he's a bully. So that's why the language is softened, because the offense is softened, and the offense is primarily an offense against Michigan Conference rather than an offense against God. And that is the source of the problem. And so that language has to be corrected because the thought behind it needs to be corrected first. And that's how trust will be reinstated.
I believe we have one more.
I'm sorry.
As someone born and raised Muslim who chose to become an Adventist, despite being disowned by my own father,